We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day? Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman Steakhouse and Gico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
We are recording. It is counting up. I hear everything I need to hear. This is where we start the show. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is the gateway to the magic, also known as ResortLoop.com.
You know, you're confusing people.
I know, and I forgot the episode number, so I'm not even going to pretend like there isn't one.
Well, welcome, Tim, to the beautiful ResortLoop.com studios.
I'm excited to be here.
I mean, you're always here. I don't know why I'm welcoming you.
You're welcoming you to the studio.
How's your fall, your autumn going thus far?
The autumn is going fine. I had to put a little antifreeze in the fountain. We're getting to that time of the year again.
It's getting to be that time.
I like to run year round. I don't want to have to shut it down and worry about seals and all that stuff. I just like to keep running.
All right. Well,
and then I take the seals and I run them back to SeaWorld where they're safe for the winter.
Nice. You shouldn't give seals antifreeze.
That's
a
probably
bad
true
call.
Too. That was bad.
Wow.
Even if you're sponsored by a antifreeze manufacturer.
Yeah. Now we got the SPCA calling, sending emails.
That was Sarah McLachlan on the radio. Actually, we're okay.
And I'm surprised I could actually spell AS. What did I say? Anyway, hey, Tim.
Yes.
Okay, so we had a looper write to us. They wanted to know.
Okay.
They had some questions about touring with a child. Okay.
Touring. Okay.
So we've done touring shows where with kids, best resorts, things like that.
Of course.
But I thought maybe we could take a little different tact here. Ooh. Okay. So this is our take. Our opinions, our advice on how to tour with a child, okay? Walt Disney World, any of the Disney parks, really, okay? And I think the first thing, and I think you agree with me on this because we've done shows about this in the past, you got to prepare at home.
Yes.
Okay? You got to start with certain Disney movies that you want to watch. There are certain ones that you definitely want to watch.
Right.
Based upon the rides you're going to be on.
Going back to our show on prerequisites.
There you go. That was a long time ago.
That was a while ago.
Like episode 12 or something.
12?
I don't know. Can you believe we've done as many episodes?
Where we're at now? No.
Anyway, so there's the Disney movies you want to watch. But maybe more importantly, I think, you got to watch that Disney vacation video.
Always send away for the free video.
Always send. You and I, we send away for it immediately.
Whenever it's available.
Whenever the new one comes out, bam, we get it.
True.
But sit down and watch that with your kids, and ask them a lot of questions.
Oh yeah, and watch them. See what they're reacting to what.
Exactly.
What's exciting them.
Spend that time, because you know your kid better than... We could sit there and say, go to this resort, ride this ride, but you know your kid better than we do.
True. Sit
down and watch with your kid the DVD video, vacation video, and ask them, what do you think? Is that something you'd want to ride?
And then when they say no,
right,
you got a different vacation planned.
We just had a friend get back not too long ago from Walt Disney World. Thought they were going to have a great time on Tower of Terror.
Yes.
Turned out not so much.
No.
Too much terror, not enough tower.
Well, plenty of tower. I don't think anybody was complaining about the tower part of anything.
No, but it was, it ended up...
I will say, we did point out, it has the word terror in the title.
It does.
So, you can't go in too surprised.
But then again, some kids are okay with that. My kids have always been okay with the drops. You hate the drops.
I don't like the drops at all. It's not even a real drop. It's a pull. It's like a NASA test.
It is. It is. They're seeing how many G's you can handle before you pass out.
Maybe they'll retheme it to another NASA-themed ride.
Ooh, maybe
hey.
maybe something space related, like a Marvel movie in space, like I don't know, Guardians of the. No, they'd never do that.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Impossible.
So you know your kid, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you start at home before you even go on this trip. Really think about what it is that your kid likes to do, and some of the things that I came up with. When does your kid eat typically?
Oh yeah.
Make sure you tie that into this vacation. Don't sit there and they're used to having lunch at 11 o'clock, and now you're pushing lunch back to 1:30.
Right.
Because you're going to have a grumpy kid.
You don't want grumpy kids, and your vacationers around you don't want crappy kids.
No. When do they typically take a nap?
Try to keep them on that napping schedule.
Keep them on that napping schedule.
If you can.
A lot of kids have a tough time of day. Sometimes it's in the evening, sometimes it's in the morning. Some kids aren't morning kids.
Right.
I'm not a morning person.
No, you're not.
Not Disney. Yeah, that's all out the window for me. But I'm a grown-up. So I can deal with it. But when I was a kid, don't be waking me up at 6 a.m. to go
right now,
anywhere.
You're a morning guy now because you wake up to Joffrey's coffee.
Well, there's that too. But I'm not giving my child, my 5 to 10-year-old child, Joffrey's coffee. That's just wrong.
You think?
They can't. What did your parents do to you?
We should have talked about
this
a while ago.
What did your parents do to you? And conversely, when do they have the most energy? Maybe that's when you spend the most amount of time in the park.
Oh my gosh, I have nieces and nephews that could go all night long.
Yes.
They do not wake up well. But man, once they're up, they're good to go for the rest of the day.
There you go. Keep in mind, when you're going with a small child, this is not really your vacation.
Oh, no.
This is their vacation.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people are going to say, what are the famous words that every adult parent says to their child, Tim?
They say to their child,
"Uh-huh.
Do you realize how much I spent on this vacation to get you to Disney World?"
Yeah.
And what does that do?
All it does is make everybody mad.
Right, exactly. So now the parents are mad, the kids are crying.
They feel bad. The parents feel bad because now they've made the kid feel bad.
Ugh.
Or kids. And, you need to go in this as an adult and say, this is for my kids. So this has to be all planned around what they like to do.
Oh, yeah.
One of the biggest things that you got to keep in the back of your mind, if your kid kids want to stand in line for 5 hours because they got to see
right
the girls from Frozen,
those chilly girls,
you're just going to say, I just spent a lot of money to stand in line for 5 hours. Because that's going to make their trip, and I'm telling you, I know there's the famous line, happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
At Disney, happy kid. It didn't rhyme with anything, but happy vacation. I don't know how that rhymes.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that one.
Yeah, we'll work on that. And they don't tour like an adult.
No.
They don't tour like an adult. So maybe, and you've done this with your kids. Let the kid at least have one whole day that's just theirs.
They pick the itinerary.
We're going to do whatever you want to do, however long you want.
That's
to.
right. And it could be totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
I want to go to one ride over in the Animal Kingdom, and then I want to go to Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
And then I want to finish up, say, the Magic Kingdom.
Make absolutely no sense touring-wise. Have Len Testa feel the disturbance in the force.
Yeah, he'll know something's up.
You are doing this so wrong.
He will call on the phone because he's tracking us. I don't know if you knew that or not. And say, what are you doing?
Exactly. So just allow them to do what they need and want to do. I know my daughter, she could have spent an hour standing by that wishing well when she was little.
Oh, yeah.
Standing by the wishing well over by Cinderella's castle.
Nice.
Loved it. I don't know what she was waiting for. If she was waiting for the, Seven Dwarfs to come by or Prince Charming
Right.
or who, I don't know. But she just, every time we'd say, come on, let's go. Okay, wait a minute. She'd want another, nickel to throw into the wishing well.
I still say that just all that money is done in the utilidors.
Probably.
They use it in the pop machines.
They don't have those anymore, man.
They don't?
No.
Oh. They don't have Coke machines down there?
I don't think so.
They have to.
Come on.
Sponsored by Coke.
No, not
It's
that.
probably just free anyway.
That's where all the old Beverly goes.
I thought that's where they make the Beverly. Using wishing well water.
So, keeping that in mind, you always got to remember, you're going to be back. And as they grow
Exactly.
older, you're going to have an opportunity to do things differently as they get older.
Oh, it'll be totally different.
You'll chore completely differently than you will with a small child.
You're going to sit next to them when they're young, and it's a small world, looking down at them.
Right.
Taking the picture, then eventually you're going to get there, and they're going to be eye level with you, and you're going to be like, this is crazy.
Right. And if they're happy, you're going to want to go back. So make sure you keep, the kids have to be kept in mind. If you're not, there's nothing wrong with an adult night or afternoon.
Oh, no.
They've got all those kids clubs.
Lots of them.
Take the kids. If you really need to have that time, put them in one of the kids clubs for the day.
Yes.
Go do your thing. Go to Epcot. Go to Food and Wine or whatever, or Flower and Garden. Do your thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, consider maybe in-room babysitting.
In-room babysitting. There you go. Here's another tip.
Hit me.
Keep them nourished and hydrated.
You mean nutrated and hydrated?
Nutrated and hydrated. Absolutely. Again, you don't want a grumpy kid.
You need to carry some snacks, like those fruit snacks, those jellied fruit snacks, whatever they are.
Yes.
Keep your kid. They start to get a little sugar crash. Slip them a few of those.
Exactly. And you're allowed to take that stuff into the park.
Oh yeah.
Don't think you can't take food into the park.
No, security doesn't care about those.
They know you're still going to spend $12 on a burger over at Pecos Bill's.
Just 12?
I don't know.
At least one of those Tex-Mex bowls.
Apparently, we recorded this back in 1984.
1984. That's right. Enjoy your moonlight cruise
Here's,
out on the Seven Seas Lagoon.
here's one. You tell me if this is a good idea or not. Go to your local store, whatever it is.
All right.
We're not going to name names.
Don't name it. The one with the big red dot.
Pick up some toys.
Okay.
Bring the toys with you.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it keeps them from wanting to purchase everything they see.
That's true. You can roll out like one every other day or something like
So
that.
you got toys that are a little less expensive than the Disney toys, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm a stockholder. Forget what I just said.
He is, but he is cheap also.
But I am so cheap. And the other thing is, you might not want to be bringing them into all the stores.
No.
If you like to shop and you've got, there's more than just you and your child. If you've got, your spouse is there, significant other, whatever, have them go and do something. Maybe that's Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom or something.
Right.
Then you go shopping so that the kid isn't constantly going, I want that. Can I have that? Can I have that?
Because your shopping trip is going to be much longer.
It's going to be longer, and there's going to be a lot of disappointment. Because every time you tell me no, I'm disappointed.
Right.
Every time.
Right. And a lot of those shops, I know this will be a shock, carry pretty much the same thing. So you
Right.
got to walk by all the stuff that you see everywhere and get to whatever shop-specific goodies are in
Right.
there. What the good merchandise is that you're actually looking for.
Right.
You don't want to be back looking at the plushes you've looked at already 12 times walking through other stores.
Exactly. And that kid's going to sit there and go, oh, I really want that. And they're going to be sad, and then you're going to have a discussion about why they're sad and they're not having a good time. And then they go back to, how much I spent.
Exactly, on this vacation.
So know your kids' limits. You guys know your kids. You guys know your kids better than anybody. Know their limits. Are they going to be frightened by Haunted Mansion?
They might be.
I know the video makes it look like it's cool and fun, and everything, but some of that stuff's a little scary. My son, he just really struggled with that graveyard scene.
Oh, yeah. Those things popping up.
The things popping up, and
those
so
got me
he
every
would
time.
always just hide, with those. He really didn't like it, so we stopped doing that until he got a little bit older. Can your child handle a sit-down meal? Maybe the quick service is the best way to go. You don't want to do that quick service meal.
I want to talk about dining at some point. Can we talk about dining?
Go right ahead. Yeah.
If you're at home, a lot of people, at least us, we don't eat out a whole lot anymore. Short of bringing stuff back to the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you're on vacation, you're eating a lot of meals out, and if your kids aren't used to a restaurant
There you go.
and being patient, waiting for the waitress to show up or waiting for drinks, I say it's a good idea. Take your kids out to maybe lunch a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Not to a big fancy restaurant or even a huge table service. Something like a Steak and Shake.
Sure.
Somewhere where you have to have a waitress come to the table.
Waitress?
Just so the kids are kind of used to like how this is going to work.
Right.
How do they behave in a restaurant? What kind of goes on? Don't blindside them by, saying you got to be super quiet.
Right.
You don't need to be quiet, but, you can't be running around dancing on the tables and chairs.
Right. We're not at home.
No.
You got to act, have some manners.
Have some social skills.
Social skills. Yeah. And that
But, people, it's Disney. People expect kids. They're going to make little
Right.
noises and fidget in
Right.
seats, but you don't want to, go in totally cold with this.
And if your child isn't used to that, certainly don't waste your money going to one of the signature dining places, going to
Yachtsman Steakhouse.
the Yachtsman Steakhouse, or even Cinderella's Royal Table,
Right.
where you're gonna spend so much money, and your kid's gonna eat a few bites of some chicken tenders, and then you're gonna get upset because you're spending $50 for chicken tenders that they're not eating anyway.
Exactly. And then, again, you're getting upset.
Then you're mad.
And what are you saying?
Do you know how much I spent on this? You don't want to say that.
No.
So know their limitations. Roller coasters, how they handle roller coasters. Maybe Big Thunder Mountain and Space Mountain aren't good for them.
Yeah.
You never know. Because they're your kids. And this is a big one. I truly believe this. Do their favorites as many times as they want.
Oh.
If poo is the big thing for them, you got to ride poo 100 times.
True.
And you're going to think to yourself, I'm spending all this money to ride one ride.
Yep.
This is do you know how many other rides there are? Let's go do. And then they're going to be upset because you're frustrated, and just let them do their thing.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
If they want to go on the teacups, but they don't want to spin, don't grab that wheel.
Don't start spinning them. Oh, this is going to be fun. Watch. And then you got a kid that's puking all over the place, and it's not good.
No. Nothing good can come.
I remember when my son, he really loved Test Track back when it was the original Test Track.
Right.
And he said, Dad, can we go back to Test Track? And I told him, I said, that's going to be a long wait. We don't have fast passes. I don't know. But he wanted to do it.
Yep.
And we stood in line for over an hour. And he was little. He was at butt height.
Oh.
Is bad.
Butt height not always that pleasant.
So guess who put him on his shoulders
the whole time?
The whole time, and now has a bad back.
I was going to say, he doesn't feel guilty now that his dad has a bad back.
No, no, not at all. No.
Really, it shouldn't have happened this last year when you went down there. I was probably pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
You should have been on his shoulders.
At 15, he was a bit heavy. But, but the bottom line, I guess what we're trying to get at this is, if your child is miserable, you're going to be miserable. And you're not going to have a good vacation. So make sure, one of the things that we do with our kids is we give them their souvenir money. We give them X amount of dollars, and we say, this is for you. You buy whatever you want, but that's
Brilliant.
it. Understand
Brilliant.
That's going to be it. So if you do want your kid to buy some stuff down there, it's on them. They have to decide, is this going to be worth buying?
Yep.
It kind of teaches them some financial responsibility as well. But, you've got to keep the kids happy. Otherwise, it's going to be a miserable trip.
You always want to leave a vacation, especially a Disney vacation, wanting to go back.
Yes.
You don't want to be leaving going, thank goodness this is over.
Right.
Now I can't wait to get home.
Right. So keep an eye on any of the snacks that you're giving them. Don't be giving them a bunch of candy and then hopping on, Rock and Roller Coaster and they're throwing up everywhere, because that's going to... And you're back at the room thinking, I got all these tickets and I can't go to the parks.
Oh.
So... Tim, I hope that's helped some of Looper Nation with taking a child to... it's all common sense.
And it could also be, maybe you're taking your grandchild there for the first time.
There's that, too.
Everything applies just the same.
Somebody is going for the first time every time. There's always somebody going for the first time, and they need this advice. And if you're out there in Looper Nation and you know some friends that are going, have them listen to this show. We're going to try and help them have a great trip, because, the more people that go, the more friends we have that
that's right.
we
That's
get
why
excited
we say,
about.
That's why we say at the very end, share the gateway to the magic. I'm not ending the show yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But soon enough, because this is where you would say.
See. Not see. I almost said, see, you said it. Tim, that's all I've got.
Oh, thanks, everybody. You can find me on Twitter, Resort Loop 10. Tim Scott, Facebook. Where else am I? The website, ResortLoop.com.
No idea.
Gateway to the magic. End the show.
See you, everybody. With 4 theme parks, 25 resort hotels, hundreds of dining and shopping locations, and seemingly innumerable special events and ticket options, planning a trip to Walt Disney World can seem overwhelming. That's why the ResortLoop.com podcast has teamed up with People Mover Travel to help you get the most magic out of your Disney vacation. People Mover Travel will walk you through every aspect of your next Disney trip, from ensuring you get the best discounts to FastPass Plus and dining reservations and so many other things. Best of all, there is no fee for their service. That's right, you get your very own expert Disney vacation planner at no cost to you. For more information and to request a free, no-obligation quote, visit peoplemovertravel.com.